Hello everyone, I'm Billy. Today is the 17th day of making videos and upload to LGB Daily. So today is actually rainy day. We can see that the clouds are really near us, and actually now it's a little bit like shower, very light rain, and I guess I will finish all my topics as soon as possible, so I will not express all my opinions as long as possible like before, as that is really pulled too far away from our original topic. So today actually I've just finished my PE examinations, and the results is actually not bad, but the the coach is actually a bit bad. So my performance is actually acceptable. That is actually the requirement is to have 15 balls being hit in 50 seconds, and actually I did all. I got 15 balls exactly in 50 seconds, but the problem is that the coach doesn't give us give me a full mark, because my position and my hand gesture is a little bit incorrect, inappropriate, or not standardized. But actually, if I'm going to hit all the balls that's required in the examination, then actually I should get a full marks instead. If I'm incorrect, then how can I get that much number of balls being hit? So, but this is not a decision by myself. It is from the coach. So yeah, I will just accept this fact. But overall, my performance is not bad, I can say, and 18/20. So this is actually 90% already. So that's I will say that I'm glad that I didn't make any major mistakes, and I'm luckily I can get all the points that is in my control area. So after this exam, so actually I went to the library again. Not library, the bookstore, as actually I realized that many lessons in these days are near the bookstore. So actually I've already developed a habit of everyday going bookstores to have a look and revise what I've learned for yesterday, as well as a little bit more new knowledge that maybe I'm discovering some more new books and read for today. And also, of course, another regular practice is the LGB Daily. So it's already 17 days non-stop making LGB Daily and share my own experience or thoughts every day. So actually it's a quite chill idea, and I realized that I'm actually really enjoying these two regular activity, as it can really improve myself, and I can really how we say that, can reinforce our own skills or knowledge, and I believe it can really help with my all aspects, social, academics, or what. So when I'm always expressing my own opinions or what I've learned from the books, so this too is actually quite connected. Like when I learn some new things from the books and I express what I've learned through LGB Daily, then what I've learned will be more strengthened, and I can be really taking the assets from the books to my own knowledge bank, instead of just forgetting it after reading. So I will always go to the library to read books to reinforce all the skills, or even do some 整理. How we say that? 整理is how we say that? I really forgot. Manage, tidy up, I guess. Tidy up my knowledge. I can just say like that because my English is really shit. I really need some time to improve my English. So back to today's books knowledge, and actually I have some really important things that inspires me again. Like every day I go to bookstore and I got something that sparks me and makes me feel like motivated or having really strong attention suddenly in that kind of sentence. So the idea is that I've read a book about the meaning of life, and actually I got two thoughts after reading that specific topic. And the topic is about loss of life. Loss of life means, or I mean loss of self. And this is about different psychologists or philosophers discussing about the meaning of life and how we should treat our own self when we are in the entire world surviving in the earth. And one sentence actually inspires me is that actually what is meaning? Not what is meaning of life. What is the word meaning means? So it is actually a definition. Like, for example, when we are just born, we don't know everything in the world, then actually how we actually recognize or gain our cognitions through our neighbor objects. Like, we don't even know who is our dad, who is our mom, and what is that? Is that a desk? What is that? Is that a plant? Is that a tree? So you don't even have a word to like define that kind of object. Like when you see a green object, it's actually a tree, but you won't say that, oh, it's a tree, because you don't have a definition, right? Just like when you're born in the earth, you don't know everything. You're trying to discover everything, and your parents or your friends will try to tell you that, oh, this is a tree. Then you will memorize it as, oh, this kind of object is a tree. Then you will know. And this is actually a definition. Like, why is a tree? Why we cannot say that it's a green object? Or it's actually a green object, but why we can say it's a grad like that? I don't know what this grad means, but why can't I define a tree as grad? So it is just actually a definition, and you cannot like try to investigate the meaning behind this definition. Why I have to call it as a tree? So because I want to call it as a tree, this is a tree. You cannot investigate or know the meaning behind, right? And another thing, maybe like 1 + 1 = 2. So this one again, when people ask you 1 + 1 = what, then you must answer 2. But why? Then you cannot say anything, right? Because it is a definition in mathematics. And maybe even now, differential calculus, some triple integrals, matrix and determinants are all derived from the first formula, 1 + 1 = 2. So without this definition, we actually cannot develop anything. And there is no subject called mathematics as well if we don't define this, right? So sometimes definitions are making us like the whole world more complex, and we have to have the first definition in order to do another thing. So this is our logical mindset. Like, because of one thing, then we have to do second thing, and actually at last we must have a result. And how we get the first thing is that we have to define. So this is the principle of the earth, or how human beings try to develop the earth. So how I want to say that is that, so actually the word meaning has its own definition as well. Like, what is the meaning of meaning, like that? Then you cannot actually say, right? Maybe you will say that, oh, 意义 meaning means that maybe if you are surviving, or if you are in an exam and you get high marks, high grade, then your meaning may be, oh, I want to get appreciation from others, maybe from my parents, my classmates. Or maybe if you're trying to attend classes that you like, then the meaning will be, oh, I want to learn something. I want to take advantage and learn from the professor that is teaching the class, or maybe why I want to have a girlfriend, what is the meaning behind. Then we will say that, oh, I want how we say that, a constant and long-term relationship with others, that I can feel that mental and physical health is also improved. So yeah, this is all we define a meaning. But actually, so why are we going to chase after the meaning? Like, is it life must have a meaning? Is it life must give you advantages? Maybe it must give you something to bring away after you died? Or what? Then actually no. It's just a definition. Like, we're asking the definition of meaning of life like that. I mean, it's actually a bit hard to explain in English, but life can be not having a meaning. So if you define meaning as advantages we take from, or the meaning is we can have something to bring away from your life after you died, then actually no, there isn't a meaning. That's correct. But if you think in a philosophical way or something like that, then you will feel that, oh, life is not talking about meaning. Life is another thing. So we shouldn't always focus on, oh, the meaning. Then what is meaning? Like, you will ask about yourself. You will doubt that, is it necessary to find a meaning for life? Like, meaning is just the definition of you taking an advantage. So is it necessary to do that? This meaning is also just something that you define yourself. So it's not actually necessary to find the meaning of that. Even you found that, that may not be something that naturally occurs. So another thing is that it is about the boys and girls mindset. So for boy or a typical male, their mindset is always about results. Well, we always say that result oriented. So what is that means is that we only focus on how's the conclusion or the result of your studies. You don't want to know how you did the studies, but you want to know the data, you know the statistics, or how you eventually obtained your last result, right? Then this is how our bosses or like school teachers will always think about. Like, some teachers will not think about why are you late. You just think, oh, you're late, then I deduct your marks. Like some people are like that, right? Then this is the typical male's mindset. They only focus on the results instead of the process, while girls focus more on process. So actually, when we're using the boys' mindset, we can never know why a girl thinks like that. That's normal. It's a normal situation. And if we use a boys' mindset to think about meaning of life, then yes, we don't have any results. This is correct. But sometimes we may see that, oh, leaving must have some results, or else why I have to live there? Then this is the boys' mindset giving the definition of meaning of life, right? Then actually, if you think as a female, they think of the process of the world, right? Process of living in the world, right? Then if you're thinking using the growth mindset, then yes, it fixes the Earth's mechanism. Like, you're not bringing anything away after you died, but you're enjoying the process of living in the world and having your consciousness and your self existence. So then why we have to always think about, like, what is the meaning, what is the result of that? Like, if you use a growth mindset, then you already like fix the whole issue. Like, if you think like a girl, you enjoy the survival, then you don't have to care about the results, right? It's just a process, and your aim is to enjoy the process. This is the growth mindset. And now when I think more about that, then yes, exactly. Why I always have to think of it must have a result. So there's not everything must have a result, but just enjoyment. If you're trying to enjoy that, if you must think of a result, then maybe your mental healthiness, mental happiness, then that's all. That's your result. Then this is enough. You don't have to think too much like, can I escape from the world and take advantage from the world to another world? Then it's no need. You don't have to do that. So yeah, this is how I thought of meaning of life for today. And actually, so we can derive some other human principles of surviving in the world through the meaning of life investigation. So actually, this topic is already frustrated me for 1 to 2 weeks, maybe. Then actually, it's really already a quite fast process for me to escape from this horror or this kind of frustration. And some other people really the whole life thinking about what is the meaning of life. Like they will lose their own motivations, aims and goals and anything. Yeah, they will lose all the willingness to stay in the earth and doing nothing because they feel that meaningless stuff is not needed to do so. But actually, meaning is just a definition, and why we always have to chase after meaning. Then yes, this is typical male's mindset, causes constraints to our own actions or behavior. And what I've learned from this investigation in this 2 weeks is that actually we are always trying to seek for happiness and enjoy the process of living in the world. So even like we're saying that human is a game, human is AI, human is just trying to master the game and studying, is surviving in the world, then yes, it's the same concept, but it's also to let us enjoy the process, right? We're not trying to make ourselves depressed and always feeling sad, emotional, how we say that, like emotional losses, or we can say losses, but maybe some emotion damage. Yeah, maybe I don't know how to explain that, but you're trying to be happy. So to conclude with that means we always have to find some ways that makes yourself happy. Like of course, in the whole world there isn't only one person, which is yourself. There are many more population. The population is like some 70 million or even more. Sorry, not 70 million. It's 7,000 million people. So I'm not sure is it the exact population, but it's much more than you expected. Then this is how the society goes, is everyone trying to maintain the society. And when you're trying to survive in a society, you must have to to follow the rules and regulations from the society. And sometimes when you're just trying to follow the trends in the society, then you will lose your own your own interest, your own happiness. You're just trying to blindly follow trend. Then yes, you will not get makes others mad or something like that because you're following the rules, but it will not makes you achieve a happy life. Like sometimes your parents may force you to do something, or maybe your parents want you to do a certain type of industries. Then you don't have the choice of selection of, like, if you want to be a doctor but your mom doesn't like that, then you're forced to do something that you may not like. So the important is that maybe a job will follow you the whole life. So it's not too late. It's never too late for you to change your job or to stop the suffering. Like human life is always changing. We can not always stay in our comfort zone and feel the happiness of constant. The earth is always changing. We have to adopt with the changes. So even our human life is always changing as well. We cannot say that we're always studying in university, or after studying university you'll work in a job happily and nobody will like fight against you and you just stay in your job position until you're retired, then actually it's impossible. Like it's really really hard to maintain. And even you successfully maintained this kind of job position, you may already face a lot of rise and downs. Like it's not constant always. So when we understood or we noticed that the life you're having is not your ideal life, or you're not feeling happiness from this mode of living, then you must have to change immediately. Because when you understand the idea of you have to enjoy the process, like you're not trying to focus on the result but you're trying to enjoy the process, then you must have to make yourself enjoy, right? Else how to enjoy the process, right? Then how to enjoy is make yourself happy. And make yourself happy is to do something that you like. And this is the reason why always someone says that we're always trying to seek for happiness and try to enjoy our ideal life. Although there are many constraints from the society, you're trying to find your own and unique way to achieve a happy life. Like everyone is actually unique. It's impossible that everyone are trying to follow the trend and do the same job, right? Everyone have their strength, everyone have their interests, and you shouldn't constrain yourself or let your parents, the society, your friends, your university, or even any social values to constrain yourself from doing something you like. So it's really, really important to make yourself keep yourself happy by doing something you like, and you're trying to revolutionize yourself. Like you're not trying to revolutionize the whole society and impact everyone doing the same thing as you, because it's the same idea that other people also do their own unique job or interests that they like. You're not trying to force others to follow you, but at the same time you shouldn't just blindly follow others and just follow instructions how others expect you to do so. You have your own, your life is your own, and it's actually everyone is greedy. We're trying to improve ourselves instead of we saying that, oh, we are really really open-minded and I only want to help people instead of having ourselves. So actually, even when you're helping people, it's kind of your own interest as well, because helping people gives yourself happiness. Then yes, this is also the meaning of life. But you're not just helping people because you want to help people, and actually you're not feeling happy about it. Like you don't help people by paying everyone $100, right? You're trying to trying to make yourself unhappy and trying to lose all your interest to help others. This is not the idea. You're not trying to making yourself happy. Then yes, we can actually already derive every formulas and every rules or the general idea on how to survive in the earth for every single human bodies. So yes, that's all for today's sharing, and actually it's a little bit long already, but after I read this book I really got a lot of inspirations, and I really feel that I've learned things from that. Like if I'm not reading books in the library or bookstores constantly, I will never know this kind of knowledge, and I will just keep frustrating about meaning of life. Then what the fuck, we can never think about it. Yeah. So yeah, that's all for today. So later I think about whether the library tour will continue, as every Friday I will go with John Jay to Shatin Library and do some works or studying or reading books or anything we like. Just enjoy our own free time there and have a great dinner. And this is a way of enjoying our own life as well. So Saturday will be another enjoyment, as I will play with my dad for table tennis whole day, like in his office. And the rackets, their counting marks, there's a tool for counting marks. I don't know how to explain that, but overall the whole place is actually really enjoying. Like the table tennis table, really professional, with many rackets, professional rackets, and even some gymnastics like the running machine, the bicycle machines, and even some kind of swinging your elbow. I mean not elbow, swing your heel. I don't know how to say that, and that makes me sense of achievement. And as I don't know why I can push like 100, like 50 kilograms like that. And yes, I'm going to enjoy that whole day. And Sunday I will see that whether I have a haircut or do some homeworks or go to the library to read books and return books as well. So yeah, these days will be really meaningful for me, and closely packed the whole schedule. So I will try my best and enjoy the whole life. And that's all. Thank you for listening.